Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be reading a book called Dear Zoo, and then we'll be doing an art project. Look at those cute animals. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 animals. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me a... Okay, we gotta open it up. It says very heavy. From the zoo on the tag. We open it up and it's a elephant. That's why it said very heavy. It was too big. I sent him back. So they sent me a from the zoo and it says fragile on the box. Look at that. Beautiful giraffe. He was too tall. I sent him back. So they sent me a, can you see that? Delivery package. It says from the zoo, danger. Ooh, look at that lion. He was too fierce. So I sent him back. So they sent me a, can you see what it says on this package? It says, with care, from the zoo. Look at that. Wow. He was too grumpy, so I sent it back. So they sent me a, let's open it up, from the zoo. Ooh. That's a snake in a basket. He was too scary. I sent him back. So they sent me a from the zoo. Somebody's peeking. Let's open it up. Oh, look at. He was too naughty. I sent him back. So they sent me a. Let's open this one up. That's a little frog. He was too jumpy. I sent him back. So they thought very hard and sent me a from all your friends at the zoo, it says on the label. Let's open it up. Oh, this one goes up. Oh, puppy. He was perfect and I kept him. Isn't that great? So on the back page you can see all the animals that got delivered. An elephant, tiger, an elephant, a lion, a monkey, a frog, a giraffe, and even the snake. But the best one was the puppy. That was a cute book. So today we're actually going to paint our own lion and elephant. Okay, so we'll get our supplies out and have fun painting together. Okay, so now we're going to get our supplies out to make our painting of. We're going to do a lion and an elephant because those are two of the animals that we saw in this book. So Dear Zoo is the book we just did. We need 2 sheets of white paper, a paper plate to mix our paints on, acrylic or craft paint, and I would do definitely gray. If you don't have gray, I would mix black and white to make gray for our elephant. And brown, if you don't have brown, then you mix red and green. And if you don't have green, you mix blue and yellow to make green. So basically all the primary colors together make brown, which is a fun trick. Okay, if you want to use orange or yellow, you can as well. A black marker and some brushes to paint the palm of your hand because we're going to be printing again today, which is fun. This one's a little messier, but it will be fun. Okay. This is our great book. Dear Zoo. That was nice they sent him what he wanted, huh? Okay. So, I'm going to separate my 2 pieces of paper. We're going to do one at a time because we don't want to get paint on the one that we're not using. Okay, and we're going to do our marker last. We're going to do our printing first. Okay, so decide which hand you want to print with. And have your paper towel ready, so you don't mind taking a minute or two to wipe the hands off before we move to another color. So I'm going to do my elephant first. So what I did is I didn't have gray, so like I said, you mix black and white and you get gray. And I'm using a very big brush to mix just because it makes it quicker and easier. You can add a little water to your paint to thin it out. You don't have to, depending on how thick it is. So I just had black and white and I mixed it together to make this nice gray for our elephant. Okay. Now I'm going to paint this hand with gray. If you'd rather dunk your hand in the paint, that's fine too. Have your grown-up help you. Have some paper towels to get ready afterwards. Alright. So, if you can guess, this is the elephant and our fingers are going to be the legs and our thumb is going to be the trunk. So you want to make sure you get plenty of paint on all areas and it will dry fast. So I'm going to stand up. You can make a print like this and we'll turn the paper around if it's easier for you. Spread your fingers out. Push. Have your grown-up help you. Make sure you push your hand down. You can push with the other hand. Wiggle it around on the paper. You want to make sure all the paint gets on there. And then lift up. And it's okay if it sticks. Wow, that really stuck. Beautiful. So now I'm going to turn it around. See. Okay, so now we're going to do the handprint for the lion. So same thing. I didn't have a nice shade of tannish brown, so I started mixing my own. So this one came out too orangey. I didn't really like that. This is yellow and brown mixed together. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to paint our palm with the color for our lion's body. I think last time I didn't do that much paint, so maybe this time I'll put the paint on a little thicker. But it's still printed good. There's just a few dry spots, so the paint dries fast. So I'd apply it pretty fast and we'll print fast. Don't forget your fingertips, because that's going to be his paws. The lion needs some paws, right? So paint. Get enough paint on there. It's messy but fun. Or you can just stamp your hand right into the paint, whatever works good for you. I'm going to move the paint aside so you can see what we're doing. And I'm going to do it this way and then we'll flip it around again. So push your hand on. Use your other hand to help. Make sure it becomes in contact with all the paper. And get enough paint. You can even wiggle it a little bit. And then lift your hand up. Oh, isn't that fun? And flip it around. That's going to be our lion. So now we'll use our black marker. I actually have a thin black marker. You can use a thick Sharpie or the Crayola black marker. Whatever works good for you. Now let's draw our elephant. We'll use our handprint to start with. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4 legs, right? So what you can do is put a line towards the bottom of the leg to indicate a foot. Here, I'll zoom in so you can see better. And we can even make circles for the toes. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for over here, we're going to make a tail, and the tail can come down, and you can make some lines off of that, like that, for its tail. And we can make a stretched out number 3 shape for the ear, and you can make it as big as you want. I'm going to do it a little darker so you can try to see that. And then we can put an eye here. And this is his trunk. So on the trunk we can make some lines like they have on their trunk. See, they're just kind of curved lines that go up. There you go. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let me zoom out again so you can see our elephant. Isn't that fun? So that's our elephant from the zoo. And now we're going to put that aside and take out our other handprint. We have to make this look like a lion, so let's think about how we're going to make this into a lion. I think right here on our thumb should be the tail. So we can either use some paint or you can use just the black marker again. We can make the tail off the end. And we can make 3 lines for paw, the lion's paw. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See his paws? Okay, now this is his belly and body. So you can take that paintbrush out that you painted your hand with. This is going to be the lion's body, but we need to add his head with his mane. So use the paintbrush you had with that paint, or you can use your hands. And we're going to just make a circle right here for its head. Okay? We'll let that dry a minute. And then what we can do is, if you have your brown paint, while the face is drying, you can use a brown paint with another brush, or you can use your fingers, or you can use a brown marker. We want to make a mane. Now the mane's pretty big, so you can just make lines like this. See? All the way around. Bring the plate over with the brown so you can see. Just pull it down, or you can use your fingers and make brown all the way around. We want to give it a nice big mane. The bigger, the fluffier, the better, right? Isn't that fun? Starting to look like a lion. Okay. So now we have our marker. I'm just going to move my finger on here. I made his mane a little bit too much into his face, so I'm just wiping it off with my finger. Okay. To check if it's dry, you can just fold a piece of paper towel and dab. It dries really fast. I'm just going to dab it and see. It seems like it's dry. Right in the middle. So with the black marker, we'll make 2 circles for his eyes. If the paint's still a little wet, the marker might not work. There you go. Just wipe the end of your marker off. Get another marker. Or wait a little bit longer for it to dry. There we go. So we'll make some nice eyes. And if you make a triangle, make an upside down triangle, can be for his nose. And bring a line down. You can make him smile, and you need some whiskers. Don't forget whiskers. Remember, he's in the cat family. We'll have to make some ears. Ears are just like the letter C. And you can make his mouth open if you want. There you go. You can color his nose in. And there is that lion. Here, I'll make the paws a little bit darker so you can see them. I don't know if you can see that other marker. I think he looks great. And if you want, you could use that brown paint that we used on his mane, on his tail, and make that fluffy too. I think he looks great. And that was a fun book. So now we have our elephant. I'll just get you to show that. Here it is. is our cute elephant that we drew and painted, and our lion from the zoo. Have a good day, and I'll see you next week.